John Legend, Sheryl Crow, Elvis Costello, and Alanis Morissette star in the MGM Plus original series, Words and Music. Iconic artists share intimate performances and the stories behind the songs. New episodes Sundays on MGM Plus.
In Walmart's Who Newville, joy started to grow. For online-only savings sure to steal the show. Tech treats and toys so dazzling and new. Walmart Cyber Monday deal soon ready for you. It's online only with very little time to spare. December 1st will soon be here, so be sure to be there. The Who's are prepared. Are you ready too? A day packed with savings. Amazing! Who knew? Subject to availability, terms and fees apply.
Purina believes no one should have to make the impossible choice between their own safety and their pets. But nearly half of domestic abuse survivors delay leaving because they can't bring their pets with them. Through the Purple Leash Project, Purina is helping create more pet-friendly domestic violence shelters so survivors and their pets can escape and heal together. Visit Purina.com/purple to learn more.
What's up, everybody? It's your favorite host, Court and Amy, on the
Pantheon Podcast. I'm just going to do it because we have things to do today. Just keep it rolling. It'll be in our blooper reel. It's right. Show 236, Pantheon Podcast. I'm gonna let you finish.
Thank you.
Don't wheeze it. No problem. It's
my mocha. It's my $800 mocha. My weekend mocha.
You are so gay. Will you just drink a fucking cup of coffee?
I do. I drink a cup of coffee every day. I drink coffee, milk, no sugar.
Okay, good. That's good.
That's my daily.
Or as we call it in New York, regular.
Yeah. Well, if you say regular, that's with 2 sugars. They'll put sugar in it. Yeah, it's with 2 sugars. Right. But on the weekend, I have one mocha, right? I have my one mocha. I have it sweet the way I like it.
All right.
And I crawled out of bed just to do this because, trust me, my house is so toasty and warm. If we were not taping this morning, I would still be curled up watching my church service on my iPad. All
right. I will say this, though. If at some point you start drinking matcha from Blank Street, this show is finished because I am waging war on the skinny girls, black and white. This is not just a white girl problem. Skinny girls with their matcha. When I take over the world, January 1st, 2026. I say this every year, but this year I'm determined that I am banishing it. I am also banishing socks with Birkenstocks. Oh, you probably wear socks with Birkenstocks, right? Sorry.
Every day.
Okay.
They make fun of me at work. They're like, you still have on sandals? I'm like, and I will until there's snow on the ground.
All right.
So and then when the snow stops, my Birks and socks come back out.
All right. But the matcha, yeah.
Fun fact, I hate matcha. Hate it.
I like real matcha tastes like dirt. So that's why they have to go to. I've had Japanese roommates, and it's very complicated, and it tastes like dirt. Well, anyway, hi. How was your holiday?
It was fine.
Did you go to Fred's and them? Fred's and them?
I did. I went to Fred and Tyrus's.
Do you ever watch that woman on Instagram where the black woman is called Soul Sessions, and she uses expressions that black people are really aware of, and then she'll stop people in a mall and ask the black people to answer, and then she'll ask the white people to answer, and if you get like a ding, and then you but with the white people, if they answer correctly, they get like invited to the cookout crown. They get like a big thing. Oh, it's hilarious because what I like to do is go, I know all the answers to this. I know what the kitchen is. I know all of this. I know if a black person says to you, and I'm repeating, which I'll be over in 15 minutes, what time you're actually going to show up.
An hour.
Yeah. No, the white people say 15 minutes, and then the black people go, I haven't even left the house yet.
An hour, usually. I'm on my way means I'm still in the house. I'm about to walk out.
I'm still in the house. I'm about to walk out. I'm still in the house. No. And the other one she does, which I love, when she says, you're invited to someone's house. What's the first thing you ask? And the white people go, and the black people will go, who all's coming? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that. I just want to add that. Anyway, so that's good.
Except mine is usually, can I bring anything? What do you need me to bring? That's usually my first question.
I do that too, but I think it's across the board. I think, because I did that too. When I was invited to my friend's house in Jersey City, I crossed the border. And spent the night. That's the only reason I could cross the border, because I'm not coming back on Path or the subway on a holiday at freaking 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, midnight. No way. Right. It was nice. And it was a bunch of German people and Greek people who really fundamentally don't care about the holiday, which meant it was just an idea just to get together and have fun and have really good food. So that was the extent of it. So yay. All right. So what we're going to do... We're going to have a list, like Santa would have, of 4 black people who need to fucking go away. Okay. No, you don't even want to make it black people. They just all happen to be black and hip hop related. So I don't want to, as to use an expression I'm starting to get sick of, I don't want to make it code black. I just want to.
This week is just shading that way this week. That's all.
It's just in honor of Black Friday. This has been sit your ass down the last week. All right, let's start with the I think the main offender. I hope you agree. Nicki Minaj.
Our favorite on this show, if you listen to us.
Right. Okay, so there's again. People can have whatever. Well, no, I take that back. People cannot have whatever kind of political belief they have, because if you are openly supporting people who, for instance, discriminate against a quarter of your fan base, which would be gay people, Nicki Minaj, or women, which would be 3/4 of your fan base.
Or black people, which you are, Nicki Minaj.
I was working my way. The only people this administration doesn't discriminate against are sexual offenders and criminals. So clearly, this is her lane now.
Or rich. You're either wealthy, some sort of criminal, or a predator.
Or a predator. So Nicki Minaj, ching, 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 ching. She's not a sexual predator. Her husband is and her brother is. Not even allegedly. Is.
No, not even allegedly with those two.
Is.
This time I don't have to say when you say incredibly accused. I'm like, no, this is factual. This is when you can say factual. The things.
Right. Yeah, in a court of law. All right, so Nicki Minaj has been increasingly, she's problematic on a lot of levels. We've gone over this, she's not a happy woman, clearly.
I think it should be studied, because you used to talk to me about when she first started.
She was considered like a feminist icon.
And how she went from that to what we see today. It's like...
So was Amber Rose. Remember Amber Rose with the slut walks and female empowerment? I really think, first off, it's not unusual for liberals to become, like, there is, not that Nicki Minaj was like super progressive, but it is not unusual for people sometimes to become more conservative as they get older.
Absolutely.
Okay? All right. And vice versa, you could say, but it's not unusual. But I would say we have now reached a point with Nicki Minaj speaking at the UN. First off, one of these things is not like the other.
Right.
The only...
About the persecution of Christians in Nigeria.
An issue clearly dear to her heart, seeing as how she is not Nigerian. Why isn't she... And
wasn't some of it really a lot of the sort of...
It's MAGA. She's straight up MAGA.
Talking points and things, yeah.
If I were Nicki Minaj and I wanted to enter into world affairs, I'm just saying, seeing as how she's from a country which is going to be using as a landing base for an invasion of Venezuela, maybe I'd want to talk about how Trinidad is being completely pimped out. But that's just me. What do I know? I know nothing. Yeah, so she's full MAGA now, and it's obnoxious. And, obviously I do not support discrimination of any ethnic group or any religious group. But first off, Christians are not being persecuted in Nigeria. And secondly, the MAGA does realize that the Christians are being persecuted against are black, right? They don't think it's a whole bunch of white Christians. I just want to make sure that they know that. If anything, it's Boko Haram who are persecuting people.
And snatching once again going to girls' schools and kidnapping the women and forcing them into being wives and impregnating young teenage girls. But hey,
that's okay because that's actually Christian, right?
These days, you know what I mean? It's
that actually counts as a Christian act. So anyway, Nicki Minaj wearing the woman rapper equivalent of when rappers get arrested and they put on glasses in court, even though they don't actually need to wear glasses. Actually, Latrell Sprewell started that trend. I was like, I got accused of choking PJ Carlos. I know, I'll put on glasses. No one will think I ever did it.
Because now I'm smart.
Because now I'm smart. Oh, wait, there's no lenses in those glasses, Latrell? Yeah. Okay, so she did the black, very toned down black wig, which is okay to be expected. But anyway, fuck her and fuck her. So like I said, I don't know, MAGA, maybe she's angling for a pardon for her sex offender husband since clearly, okay.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I mean, there's always an end game.
I didn't even think.
She could get a twofer. She could get a brother.
I didn't even think about that.
I'm just saying, just to add a little bit of cynicism in our
because we're so like, remember in the beginning. Remember in the beginning, and I love how he's like, I've erased everything that the former president did with an auto pen. Meanwhile, you're pardoning people, and when you're being questioned about it, you're like, I don't even know who that is.
They just pardoned a man convicted of drug dealing.
Right. As he's dropping bombs on boats in the Caribbean Sea saying they're drugs with no proof.
Bring the drugs here.
Okay.
Whatever. We need more drugs.
We need the drugs. I'm not the person that says everybody needs to get high. But with all of the madness that's going on right now, it's like, bring on the drugs.
Let me say something. Candace and I have this conversation all the time. Drugs are bad. Drugs are bad. Drugs are bad. That said, in my 20s, I was adorable. Skin was good. Thin.
I say you were tall, you were thin, you had long hair, you were giving.
No, I think it was short hair at that point. Indiscriminate in terms of you like. Now is when I need them.
Right. I know you wasted it. You did it all on the front end. And now when you need them, you're like, I'm clean. I can't do it.
I know. No, it's ridiculous. All right. In today's pantheon of shut the mother blankety blank, Pharrell. Okay. So, we always say preemptive. We don't look to famous people for political decisions. But if you're going to talk about it, don't be a jerk. So Pharrell has been shown to be not quite the benevolent sweetheart that he tries to portray himself. Ask Khalees about that.
Ask a lot of the artists that were under their label, or
Star Trek, right?
Or
Star
ask
Trek.
Chad. Ask Chad.
I was going to say, ask Chad, and then ask the other guy. Weren't there 3 guys originally in Neptunes?
Were there 3? Because I know when they really
it was Chad and Pharrell. It was Chad and Pharrell, but I don't think Chad wanted to take a forward. Anyway, so Pharrell,
Chad was always like a producer in the background. He liked that. He wasn't trying to be the front man in front, or he wasn't trying to, I don't know, just trademark the whole thing by himself and not put the other's name there. Like, you have a lot to say, Pharrell. A lot to say, but your background is fucked up. You literally worked with Khalees, was like, no, we have the same manager, we have the same lawyer, we got you, and literally watched her sign her life away, and you robbed her blind in her face. Yeah. You're not a great example of anything. All. Like, you're a straight up, like, old school music industry person. You're a thief. That's what you are, essentially.
Well, let's get into you're 100%, but let's get into his latest indiscretion. So he was asked some question about something because now he is beyond embedded in international corporate now, because he's the head of design for who? Louis Vuitton? Mm-hmm. Is it Louis Vuitton?
Yeah, creative director for Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, and his clothing is not that good, but that's neither here nor there. And he was asked about something, and it was one of these, I'm paraphrasing, it was one of these, the equivalent of white people saying, I don't see color. So it was like, I don't believe in politics. I don't divisive. God. And I'm like, okay, shut up. Number one, because it's like people are like, I'm not voting for either one of them. If you didn't vote for either one of them, you voted for Trump.
That is my favorite. And this is what I was telling people around the election time. And here I go when I would say, this show's not political. Then you always let me know. You say that, Courtney, and then you immediately jump into both feet into the political. Okay. When people kept saying that to me, I was like, I'm a frustrated Democrat. And I have been for years.
We all
Trust me. But it's like, if the choice is this or the racist.
Well, I mean, that's like saying.
Clear. I love how everybody's acting shocked now. Like, all of the now
it's like saying I'm not going to eat anything. I have like a hot dog, or all right. So Pharrell is once again, and it's just like you're an insanely rich person who I think is punching above his. He's just in bed he is literally in bed, and I think his perception. Does he live in the United States anymore?
Yeah, he still lives in the United States,
Is he back and forth?
I think.
I just think he's so in bed with international corporate, which is way different. And fashion industry corporate and branding corporate makes the music industry look like chump change in terms of corporate. So he said something stupid. I don't see politics. We all need to be together. Shut up. Shut up. Black man with 4 children. Shut up. Whose clothing is going to become even more expensive because of tariffs. Shut up and please shut up. All right, so that's number 2. Let's go Jewel. No, we'll do Praz and then Jewel's, because Jewel's is the most recent. Mm-hmm. So Praz was convicted. What was it? Money laundering, international influence, being the one person in the Fugees. Nobody could figure out what he did. What was his crime?
And it's
Malaysian.
Yeah, it's like. Really sort of trying to influence, like, I guess, the Obama election or something. So he's the one person who's actually going to go to prison. None of these white guys are going to prison. Where's his pardon? It's like everybody else is getting one, and all of a sudden...
It's funny, because I said to...
he must not have the money to buy the pardon.
No. Friend of the show, Michael Azar, posted me. He goes, "Have you seen this?" And I responded, he'll get a pardon. Michael goes, "He was working for Obama. He will not get a pardon."
Exactly. Not from this evil guy. No way.
You don't get a pardon if you're from a shithole country working for Obama.
Right.
That shithole country.
Haiti and no.
He won't get a pardon. No. Yeah, he won't get a pardon. So 14 years. What is it with the Fugees? Every time they get busted once, they do the maximum amount of time. Poor John Forte. Remember that?
Let's not forget Lauryn Hill went to prison.
Right. Well, for tax
evasion.
It's a first time bust. They all do maximum time.
What do they all have in common?
They show up late for things. Oh no, she's black. They're black.
Ding 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 ding. You win a prize. Yay
for me. Hercules. I do that all the time, and people look at me, and I'm like,
they don't get it. Did you watch the Eddie Murphy doc? It was really good.
Is it on the Netflix?
It's on Netflix.
I have to find it then.
It's floating around, and
I know that's how I find things.
And the Selena doc, Selena E. Los Dinos, is really good too.
Oh, I've heard that's good too.
Yeah, it was good.
We need to talk about, when we get to that subject, another documentary I'm not able to get into, and I'll talk to you about it later. All right, and to round off today's quartet of stupid, Jewel Santana, who's like, whatever. I mean, I know the kids like him. I told you, my son lived and died by Dipset. Like literally,
Did
Dipset
he?
was OMG. I've never told you the story. First off, it further proves that he is like so New York, it's terrifying. Okay. One day I text him. This is back when Fort Greene still had black people. And I text him. And I'm like, you'll never guess who's shooting a video up the street. First guess. Jim Jones? I'm like, that's your first guess? And it was. And it was Jim Jones. And on crutches, Lucian was on crutches. On crutches, he hobbles up to Cumberland and Lafayette with Jim Jones to pose for a picture. When Lucian used to play basketball with the Beasties, rest in peace, MCA, he said to me once, you know, everybody's like, oh, wow, you get to play basketball with the Beasties. And he's like, yeah, they're really nice guys, but it's not like it's Dipset or anything. A company he worked for did a game with like Dame Dash and did a basketball game. And Lucian was like, you have to let me in this game. No, he lives and dies. Maybe he's matured out of it. You know, Cameron, and yet he didn't like Wu-Tang Clan because, quote, he didn't understand what they were talking about. And you understand Dipset? All right. It's a voice that only New Yorkers can hear.
Kind of, sort of.
Yeah, like French Montana. Explain this. All right. Anyway, Jules Santana
Who's
was
neither French or from Montana.
He's Moroccan. He's Moroccan. Yeah, he's French technically owned Morocco. I'm trying to be generous and getting ready for the holiday spirit. Okay, Juelz was on some stupid podcast and they asked him about something. Now, I will say, and he said, it's not necessary that people know how to read. They can listen to audiobooks. What's more important is financial literacy and math. Now, financial literacy is really important. Right?
And so is reading, because
you
need to be able to read the things to know, to have. And I think they kind of go hand in hand. You need to be able to read to have the financial literacy.
Okay, audiobooks are not my thing. I enjoy reading a book, though I know tons of people who are avid readers who use audiobooks, especially people who are driving. I don't drive.
I have friends who do it too. I can't do it. I mean, I
want to read.
The feel. And for me,
holding a book,
it's not even online. And I get it. I think technology is great. I think making it available in different formats is great. And if you like it, I love it. I still love the feeling of holding the book in my hand,
putting the little bookmark in it.
I love the physical act of reading the book.
Me too.
I do.
But I have friend Candace. Hey, Candace. She's an avid reader. She uses, when she travels, uses a Kindle. And I understand that because lugging a Kindle, she's someone who can read like in an elevator hanging upside down. All right.
And I have friends who drive a lot for work, and they will they will put an audiobook on and drive, making the 2 hour in each direction to work and listen to a book. So I get it, you know.
But to say that it's an either or, now I say this as someone who has a horrible level in math, and you know what? It has hindered me. It has hindered me probably. That said, to tell children that they don't know how to, it's not necessary to know how to read is the
Well, and you as a professor and a teacher, I'm sure that just had your milk curdling in your coffee like, no, especially someone who teaches writing. I'm sure you're like, no. I think reading
is fundamental.
And it is the key
to everything.
So many things. And for someone like him who's had contracts put in his face, it's like, you need to be able to...
Doesn't that explain everything?
You need to be able to read, even to have proper financial literacy, because if you can't read something and you think you understand numbers, and somebody puts all of these numbers in front of you and you're just like, you can't read them properly, what are you signing away? Somebody could be telling you one thing and doing something completely different with your money. Reading is absolute...
Why are they even interviewing Juelz Santana in 2025? When's the last time he put out a record?
I don't know.
I'm being very serious.
Yeah,
when is the last time he put out a record? And his entire...
Because, fun fact, everybody's got a podcast now.
No.
Listen to us every other week on the Pantheon Media Network.
And his entire story arc on Love and Hip Hop New York was what a dick he was and how he was cheating on his wife and going to jail every 5 minutes.
Well, at least he can read.
He can read. He read those charges against.
He read those charges. And you know what? We're going to read this commercial break and be right back.
To truly experience your favorite album, you need to hear it exactly the way the artist intended, on vinyl. But you don't need a complicated setup to get that warm, high-fidelity sound. You just need the Andover Spin Duo. It combines a premium turntable and the spin-based speaker system into one seamless unit. There's no cheap plastic here, just pure audiophile quality sound that is incredibly easy to use out of the box. Finally, hear every note of the music that changed your life. Right now, the Spin Duo is on sale for Black Friday. Do your records justice at AndoverAudio.com.
Hello, I'm Diane Morgan. If you know who I am, you know who I am. If you don't, who cares? I'm here to explain Italian Time, a holiday phenomenon where Italians throw away their clocks and gather for eternity with San Pellegrino. I've been at this party so long that I've eaten 5 courses, hugged someone's grandma twice, and been offered a job in the family restaurant. So this holiday season, make sure to bring enough San Pellegrino to last you through the meal, the after meal, and the entire goodbye ritual. San Pellegrino, holiday on Italian Time.
With new, gentler scented Clorox disinfecting wipes, clean finally smells as good as it feels. On everything from lamps to ceiling fans. Even on your kid's toy shark. Oh, ouch. Clorox disinfecting wipes, now available in crisp lemon. Find it on Amazon. Clorox, clean feels good.
And we're back.
All right, so now that we've done people behaving badly, we're only going to do positive things and sentimental things because I can't. Yeah. Okay. So Olivia Dean, big up and coming star, nominated for Artist of the Year, very talented. One of seems to be a nonstop litany of biracial English women who are putting out interesting. It's like we create like the oversexed blonde pop stars, and they give us like biracial, jazzy, soulful women. I go for them.
Well, that's because all the American pop stars they all just seem so depressed with their music. At least the UK girls.
I'm talking about Sabrina Carpenter and all those people. They're not depressed. Yeah,
I always forget about her. I'm not paying attention to her.
She's the biggest one of all of them. But anyway, maybe because their stars are not coming off of TikTok. Maybe because they're people. Anyway, she had a U.S. tour, and at the time she signed the contract, because Ticketmaster does try to clamp down on Ticketmaster, Live Nation, on StubHub and these resale sites. This has been an issue. This is what Oasis was mad about. You know, you buy the ticket and suddenly fans.
They've got their own resale site. That's the problem on Ticketmaster.
Right. But when she started the tour, she was like a B-list artist. By the time this tour started kicking into high gear and she was doing the New York dates and stuff.
Well, no, they've just gone on sale. The tour is for 2026. So the tickets.
But I'm talking about in England. Yeah. I'm talking about in England and here.
Yeah.
She was a bigger star.
Yeah.
So she found out that this was happening. She ripped Ticketmaster and these other sites a new asshole. She was just absolutely furious. And Ticketmaster has now responded by giving refunds to the fans.
Because the tickets for her show start at $53.
Right.
And then, of course, all of the bots and these secondhand retailers snatched up the tickets when they went on sale. And immediately they're on Ticketmaster for elevated prices. And she's like...
Right.
First of all, she's like, I'm a new artist. Why are people paying these ridiculous prices for these tickets? I want people to come see me, my fans, and you are pricing people out of these shows. Yeah. And she shamed them, and they made it. They did it. They did something about it, which shows you that they can, if they want to, stop this whole resale market, which I think is ridiculous. It really is. It's like, I remember, being young when it was you had to wait online aside where there was Ticketmaster offices to
Right.
go get a ticket, or then you would get the bracelets and all of that. Or then when it started to really become online, you got online, you waited in queues, and you were able to buy tickets. I recently had this happen with the show. I really wanted to go see Jade. She's coming to the Brooklyn Paramount. I got online.
Right down the street.
I got online 45 minutes before the tickets went on sale. 45 minutes.
Right.
Watched
And this
the count-
is not a huge, she's big,
Right.
but she's not like, the
Right.
Brooklyn Paramount, for those outside of New York, is a 2,500 seat venue. It's not huge.
Yeah. And I watched the countdown. We get to the time the tickets go on sale. The swirl happens. Wait, we're going to find you tickets. And immediately what popped up was, there are no more tickets left for this event. I never even got the option to buy a ticket.
Wow.
And now it's like, I can go on a resale market and pay.
Give me the dates and let me see if I can.
I said it to a friend of mine who works at her label. It's like, she signed us. I'm going to get
Good.
you a ticket to the show. But I was
Good.
really pissed off. I was like, Ticketmaster, this is just like, the fans are the ones who are constantly losing out here. It's like, I was on 45 minutes before. I didn't even get an option, but I can buy a fucking ticket from a reseller immediately. It's like, and on your site, so you guys get paid twice. You're getting paid twice because fees are coming out of it twice.
It's a pyramid scheme in a
really
lot of
is.
ways.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a Ponzi scheme. Anyway, so yay for her. So that'll be good.
And remember, Oasis did that thing. They were like, we do not want resale tickets for this show. We have priced it at this. And they fought Ticketmaster to not have dynamic pricing. Right. They were like, no, we priced our tickets at this amount. That is what we want our fans to pay.
Can I just say something just because you're contractually obligated to mention either Pia Zadora or Madonna each show, and I think I'm becoming contractually obligated to mention Oasis. Naysayers and doubters, they finished their international tour. Everybody said it's not going to happen, Finished it, sold out worldwide, rave reviews from everybody I know who saw them.
My friend Lisa Rowe, hey Lisa, who I worked with at Columbia, and she worked at Epic before Columbia. She worked those records. Her and a bunch of the Epic Records crew, they flew to Manchester and saw the Manchester shows. Then she came to New York and saw both shows at MetLife and said she said they were spectacular.
And Ben Merlis, friend of the show, Ben Merlis, snuck into the show at the Rose Bowl. I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm like, what, did you climb the fence? Is it literally a bowl? And you could... I was like, what? You snuck into the... I don't even want to know how he did it, but he did. All right. So people die all the time. Not to be morbid, but they do. So let's start... Jimmy Cliff. So let me ask you this. You're a New Yorker of a certain age, but you may be a little young for this. Did you go see Harder They Come at the Elgin when it first came out?
No.
Or you're a little too young?
Yeah.
Okay. So The Harder They Come, I believe, is the first English language movie to have subtitles because it's completely in patois the entire time. If you were a reggae liking or curious or loving New Yorker in the 70s, which I was, going to the Elgin, which is now the Joyce, to see Harder They Come, it played there for like months. It remains, I mean, it's indie up the yin-yang, obviously, but it remains just an incredible movie. It stars the late Jimmy Cliff, who was one of the breakthrough, before Bob Marley, he broke through into the American market. His biggest hit was with, I Can See Clearly Now, which was Johnny Nash. He did not write Johnny Nash, but he did write his own material. And in The Harder They Come is sort of his story in a way. It's like semi-autobiographical. Toots and the Maytals are in it. It's a real depiction of Jamaican rude boy life at the time. Jimmy Cliff, an absolutely gorgeous voice. I mean, Many Rivers to Cross will break your heart when you listen to it. The Harder They Come is a great song. Vietnam, I think Bob Dylan said Vietnam was the greatest anti-war song that he had ever heard, which is pretty amazing coming from Bob Dylan. He continued recording. He put out an album about 8 or 9 years ago, which was fantastic. So he passed a really, really great, a word we hate, but in this case true, iconic iconic artist because he's the only reggae artist outside of Bob Marley to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Anyway, so he passed. Jellybean Johnson, the drummer for The Time.
Yeah, that's another one.
Every member of The Time was spectacular. Pound for pound, one of the best bands ever.
Absolutely.
I think I saw The Time when they kind of reconstituted without Jam and Lewis. I don't know if that really counts.
Right.
What did they call? This is a long time ago. D.L. Hughley was. What did they call the Paramount in Madison Square Garden? What was the little theater at Madison Square Garden?
Oh, okay. Well, depending on when, it was the Felt Forum, and then it was the Paramount Theater, and now it's, what is it called now? It's the
something. It might still be the Paramount.
I don't know if it's still the Paramount.
No, it can't be the Paramount because there's a Paramount. Yeah. I saw him in the 90s, so would it have been the Paramount then?
In the 90s, it was the Paramount, yeah.
What did the Felt Forum stand for? Was it made out of felt?
Was it a forum?
Was it a forum?
Yeah.
It was a gathering of felt? I have no idea. But anyway, that venue doesn't get talked about a lot. It doesn't get used a lot, it seems like.
No, it's really interesting that you say that now that I think about it. It's like that's where I saw when the Miseducation tour played there, where Outkast is the opening act.
I saw Roxy Music. Oh, did I see them? No, I saw them at NJ-PAC. I saw that show. I love
NJ-PAC.
I loved NJ-PAC. I saw Roxy Music's reunion tour in 2000 at the Felt Forum. The band that several years later then sold. Anyway, Jellybean Johnson passed away. And Manny from Stone Roses, who was the bass player, and he was also in Primal Scream. And you can kind of get a sense of people's impact and what people thought of him when you read posts about them. Our friend of the show, Hugo Burnham, talked about, because he's a musician, obviously. British people in particular talk about he was the kindest, nicest, and really in a lot of ways the soul of the band because he was the bass player. Now, I'm going to freely admit, obviously I know who Stone Roses are, but I've started to realize that a lot of bands that came out in the late 80s, early like 88, 89, 90, I was pregnant, having a baby, dealing with an infant. So I was paying attention, but not 100% paying attention. So because I watch a lot of British television and I saw this great show called The Gold, it's a 2-season show about some huge gold robbery in England, and it's just absolutely fantastic. The soundtrack is great. It's all New Order and Joy Division and Beth Orton and Portishead and a lot of Stone Roses. And I was like, you know what? I need to go back and listen to Stone Roses. And that debut album is perfect. And without Stone Roses, they were one of the first Manchester bands. There is no Oasis. All these guys will cite them as influences. So I went back and listened to the first Stone Roses because Monty was in the news. And, I like to get on the boat 400 years after it sailed. Because there's more room on the boat than everybody else has left. I can get a really good seat. So I obviously knew who they were, but I was just in my head was, I had a baby. I wasn't paying attention. So rest in peace to all of those people. Okay, you need to explain something to me. I know you have before we get into what we're listening to. What is this NBA Cup and its bullshit in marketing, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
To get more people to watch, especially like the Friday night games and stuff.
Okay.
And they have the court that makes it hard to see your eyes on the television and stuff. Especially that Knicks court that's like a fucking blue.
Oh my God. It's like a Teletubby exploded on the court.
I was like, I don't understand what's happening.
No, I don't understand. I've never wanted to watch a basketball game with the picture off. I couldn't take it. And first off, blue and orange, it's our New York State colors. They're ugly. They're just ugly colors. They don't look good together. Blue and orange. It's horrible. That thing, I watched a little bit of it and I was like, it's hurting my eyes.
Yeah. It's hard to look at the TV.
It's shiny and it's shiny. And I thought, oh my God, please tell me they haven't done some horrible rebranding and this is their new thing, because I won't be and it also looks, anyway, the Knicks won everything. Yeah. And our Knicks are looking very good this year.
Yes.
They are, because I liked Tibbs. I had no problem with him, but it is kind of a rarity to see Jalen and Josh sitting down for part of a game.
Josh, I feel...
I know.
I'm a fan of Josh.
Be positive.
I think that he's a little inconsistent, and I think the Knicks still need to make a couple of moves if they really want to win the whole thing.
You mean bring Dante back?
But I think they would probably have to trade some pieces.
Everybody?
No. I think that who they could get people for, if they had to trade anybody, it would be Josh. Because the truth of the matter is, OG is great when he's playing, but what did I tell you when we signed him? He's made of glass. He's always injured, right?
And they got rid of Precious, which they never should have done.
Yeah, and Mitch is the same thing. Mitch is great when he's great, but he's made of glass.
Well, they're not going to get rid of Cat either.
No, because they just got him, so they're not going to get rid of him, right? They're not going to get rid of Jay.
If they traded Josh, it would destroy this city.
Yeah, but the truth of the matter is, it would depend on who they traded him for and what, right? He's the value that they could probably get. Like, I don't want CJ to go. I think CJ is great. And
who's the white guy they got now?
Tyler
somebody?
Isn't Tyler Hero in Miami?
Kolek. No, Tyler Kolek.
Hold on.
Is he white or is he high? Is he bright like?
Hold on.
Like what's his name?
Nick.
And it's going to be a very short thing. What was the guy that we thought was black? Hartenstein. We thought was white, and then it turns out that he's black, and we were like,
white Knicks players. Hold on.
No, white Knicks player.
Tyler Kolek, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Kolek is he biracial or white? Do we have 100% white on him?
Yeah, I think he is white. I just looked it up.
No, black or white? I want a white.
He is white.
All right, good. And is he Eastern Europe? Well, good. Yeah, use that as a poll quote. Amy turns into a white supremacist.
And she screams, "I want white" on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, Amy.
I've gone MAGA.
Right, you're going to be next to Nicki Minaj in a form-fitting dress making a speech. Really?
I know. Is he of the Balkan or Eastern European varietal?
No idea.
Yeah, Kolek sounds pretty something. Mm-hmm. Well, they got to keep him. And who's the other one they got that when Jalen was hurt, he came in and he's got braids?
Piazzadora.
No, he's got braids. You know what I'm talking about. When Jalen was hurt, they brought him in and everybody was like, oh my God, he's great. Maybe he has initials too. I don't know. I'm happy to see the Knicks won the champ. Giannis.
Well, no, they the whole thing isn't over. I think they're on to now there's like a playoff game and then the championship of the cup.
Does it count? Whatever. Does it count towards their standings? That's all I want to know.
Yes, I believe these games do count toward their standings.
All right, that's all I want to know because I don't want my players playing.
You don't want them to have the in-season cup that means nothing?
Right. Also, I don't want my players risking life and limb playing for something that doesn't matter except for the NBA. And I just want to say one thing before we go into music, and we've said this before. Could you pick a goddamn channel that these games are on? I can't take it anymore.
They're on 45 different channels.
45 different channels. And it's confusing. All right. We spoke about this before. Our patron saint, Robin, is back. What do you think of, what's the name of the song? I'm totally blanking on the name of the song. Dopamine. What do you think? It's a lead-off single. I know exactly what you're going to say. You don't love it. It's a lead-off single. Go. Trash it. Go. Trash it. Go. Okay, you're going to trash it. Here you go.
I love Robin. Everybody knows how much I love Robin.
As soon as you preface it by having to explain that you love them, you're about to trash the single.
I'm not going to trash it because I don't hate it.
How many? Oh, my God.
But I don't love it. It sounds reductive. And I know she said she wrote it 10 years ago. To me, it sounds like an outtake from the Honey album, right?
It kind of does.
It sounds like an outtake. So it's hard for me to get into it because, I don't know, when I play it, it feels like it's missing something. You were looking for what's Robin going to do next, not what Robin already did. And it feels reductive. It does. Okay. It feels reductive.
I'm going to play devil's advocate and say maybe she's doing this as a bridge. Here's my fans. I haven't been here for a while. Here's my honey kind of vibe. And then she always does what she wants to do. She always goes left in the best way. I don't think, prediction, this is indicative of what the album will sound like.
I hope not.
Yeah.
Because even it's for the homosexuals, I'm now going to speak on behalf of
all right, I will sit back.
The penis-loving community.
Wait a minute. Hello. That would also be heterosexual women.
I'm going to speak on behalf of the penis-loving community.
Why don't you put it like
speaking with a lot of the gays,
penis to penis? Why don't you make it that way?
A lot of gays don't love this song.
All right. Well,
a lot of gays don't love this song.
What does Bill Coleman? What does friend of the show Bill Coleman think of it?
Well, it's funny you should say, because we had a conversation about it the other night. And I think that he kind of is like the same way. It's like, we don't hate it. Robin never makes terrible songs. So it's not terrible. It's just also not. There's a standard she gives. When Robin drops a new track, it's usually really interesting. And we're all like, come on, girl. This time I think we all feel the same. Like, okay, this feels like a little amuse-bouche. We're going to wait until we see what you're really dishing up.
There's no hook. Her songs are usually more melodic.
She said it. She said, I have a bunch of songs that I wrote that don't have hooks for this record.
A hook.
So I like a hook too. And listen, and I could deal with no hook if it's even a better song. I just don't think it's a great song.
I need a hook.
Yeah.
No, I think it's, like you said, it's a kind of like, I've been away. I'm going to start touring. All right, what do you think of the Charlie XCX, John Cale? Oh my God, I never saw that combination coming in a million years. And I just want to say something about John Cale. First off, John Cale, the more and more I think about John Cale, I like to think about him more and more because first off, he's a brilliant artist, brilliant performer. I've seen him twice. It looks amazing for an old man, full head of hair. And I think that he... Also, as great as Lou Reed was, I'm not taking anything away from Lou Reed. I think John Cale, in so many ways, I'm not saying anything people don't believe, was the soul, or certainly the soul of the Velvet Underground, and his production work, Patti Smith, Iggy, I mean, I can't name all of them, but, you know, the Stooges, Patti Smith, whatever. All right, so I just did not expect, if you were to say to me, what do you think is going to come out right before the holidays? Charlie XCX and John Cale?
Do you know what's interesting? And you and I have talked about her. I think she's great, but I'm not into Charlie XCX. I'm just not. She's not a voice or a sound in my ears.
Yeah.
I love what she's doing. I love that she's been out there trying for years. I love that she's having a moment where it's finally kind of above the tide.
Right.
But does nothing for me.
Yeah, I like her a lot. I like her a lot. I thought that, you know, I liked Brat, obviously. I do think there was a sense with Brat that if you didn't like it, you couldn't come to any parties. You know? But I just, like I said, just on a kind of like, one of these things is not like the other, Charlie XCX and John Cale. But I thought...
But see, I love that first. Show that you are not just one thing and you can't really put me in a box, right? Like, that's the kind of combo.
I would say on John Cale's part, too. John Cale is...
Absolutely.
One of my all-time favorite records, again, I'm not saying anything that other people haven't said, is Paris 1919. Have you ever listened to Paris 1919? It's a beautiful, beautiful record. And I saw him at BAM... 15 years ago. He did Paris 1919, the whole album. It's an absolutely beautiful, beautiful record. All right, what are you listening to?
Well, I'm glad you asked.
Please say for some reason.
For some reason.
Thank you.
For some reason, I am listening to, they have made a return to their disco series, Disco 5,
Pet Shop Boys. All right, it's great.
It's really good. Like, they haven't done a disco album since the early aughts. So
right,
Disco 5, it's really, really, this one is great. It just
is it all brand new material or just
it's a mix? It's a bunch of their mixes for different people, a little bit of theirs, only a few of their songs, but it's really, really good. I've been listening to that. I've been listening to the new Black Odyssey album called Mood Control that is really, really good. There's this young artist named Bailey who I really like, and she has a single called Lucky Number One. She is, to me, in the vein of like an Azalea Banks, but less problematic. Like that's the kind of vibe. Like
so Azalea Banks, the house music record and the first record.
Yeah, like it's kind of housey. Her rapping and she's really fierce. I love the imagery. I've also been listening to the new Flower of Love album, Wishlist, which is really, really good. Oh, and I've been listening to the new Aya Nakamura album called Destiny that I've really been enjoying. Oh, there's a new album out? Oh,
yeah,
cool. There's a new album out. And all also the FKA Twigs
I don't get her.
remix album, Afterglow, that I really, really been enjoying.
I don't dislike her. She's just somebody I don't get her, but I don't hate her. It never. All right, so I'm listening to the new De La Soul record,
which I heard is excellent.
It's excellent. Obviously, Dave passed a couple of years ago. Premier is on this. Nas is on this. Yummy Bingham, who Bill Coleman and I both share a mutual love for, the great Yummy, undersung singer.
Absolutely. She had a couple of Is It Still Good to You was my shit. She had some real bops. And she was a writer.
Come Get It. That was supposed to be. I interviewed her for 5. She was in a Next Big Thing
because she was a writer and singer, been around for a lot of years. And when she finally got her solo deal, they really expected her to be a big deal. Yeah. And it was interesting that it did not happen that way because she reminds me of Sherry Dennis, right? Sherry Dennis had fucking bop. She was supposed to be a big deal, and it's like, it's interesting how this industry, like, talent is just not enough. It's like,
did that album come out? The one they were hyping? I don't even think it came out.
Right.
That first album. I don't even think it came out because all I remember is "Come Get It," which I love that, and it's one of my favorite Jadakiss verses. Yeah, she also comes from like R&B and hip hop royalty. Her dad is a big deal. She was down with Rockwilder. No, she's like the real deal. So she has been like the unofficial 4th member of De La for quite some time.
Right.
So it's a really, really good album. It's a really good album.
But they always make good, solid work. You know, that's the thing with them.
Yeah, and the thing is that when you have a record, when a major member of the group, when you have a third of the group passes, there's always like, when Fife passed away, Tribe incorporated stuff they had already done with him.
Yeah.
So it was a different kind of thing. This is something I don't believe he's on. I don't believe there's anything of Dave on the record. I think it's all them, but it's a really beautiful record. And not for some reason, but I've been listening to the new Mavis Staples Sad and Beautiful
I heard that's
World.
really good too.
It's gorgeous. It's mainly covers. Mm-hmm. She covers Leonard Cohen. She covers I Know You Can't Stand Him, but she covers Frank Ocean. And it's I didn't know it was a Frank Ocean song until I Googled, of course. Wait.
Okay.
I know you hate him.
Just don't hate him.
Say it with his chest.
I don't. What I've said about him is I think he's overrated.
Oh, he's 100% overrated.
I think he's talented, and he has made songs that I've enjoyed, but the way people talk about him, I just feel like it's overrated.
Well, that's because everybody thinks if you can stand up and chew gum at the same time and turn on a keyboard, it's like, oh my God, come on, that's Alicia Keys. She plays instruments. All right, and
right.
I was like, oh my God, the basketball player can get the basket in the hoop. Okay, that's their job is to do that. Anyway, it's a beautiful, beautiful record. Her voice sounds a little, the woman is 80-something years old.
Yeah.
I will, and then in a very Courtney Anderson moment. This is so Courtney. I want you to say thank you, Amy, for doing this. I couldn't find it on Spotify, so I went on YouTube. Mm-hmm. I listened to Time Waits for No One, the first album she did with Prince.
Oh, I have that on vinyl. Yeah.
I used to have it on vinyl, too. Mm-hmm. So now you will allow me to tell my Mavis Staples story. It's very quick. Mavis was the first artist I interviewed after I had Lucians. Again, 1989, so I was forced into being coherent. Well, yeah, 1989. Warner Brothers flew me out to Chicago. They were very nice because they knew I had a little baby, so they flew me into Midway so I wouldn't have to do it with O'Hare. I take a cab to Mavis's apartment, which is like a no big deal apartment. Very nice. She is the nicest woman in Nicetown. She called my then husband to say, honey, hi, how are you? Listen, she's on her way home. Just let the baby go to sleep. She's on her way home. I go home. Cut to a few months later, she's doing the Letterman show. I brought then infant Lucian to the show. She gives Lucian a big kiss, which I think anointed him for life. And we always sort of kept in touch. I interviewed her for the second Prince record. She's funnier than shit, Mavis. And she does not give a damn. And opposed to, like, not to compare, Aretha also didn't give a damn, but you could tell she couldn't give a damn.
No, Aretha was definitely like the queen holding court. Yeah. And it was just kind of like...
Mavis is just like, you know, Bob Dylan wanted me to marry him, and Prince said, I'll call him anything I want to call him. If I want to call him Marmalade, I'll call him Marmalade. I was like, oh my God, you're the greatest woman ever. And we kind of sort of, you know, kept in touch over the years. I just adore her, and I think she has one of the most fantastic voices. I mean, and one of the most expansive, you know, singing with the band, doing I can't imagine another artist of her generation being that expansive. But then here's the best story, and then I'll let you take us out. Blah, 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 blah. Some album a while back, she's playing the Bell House. Remember the Bell House? What a cool thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so she's playing the Bell House, and I had interviewed her, but I'd interviewed her on the phone, and we're doing the interview, and blah, 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 and all of a sudden in the middle of the interview, she goes, wait a minute. Is this Amy? Like, Amy from New York, Amy? And I went, yeah. She goes, girl, and blah, 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 blah. Because I was feeling like, oh my God, Mavis Staples is my most important woman in my life, and now I'm talking to her again after interviewing her 5 times, and she doesn't remember me. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have to retell this story to everybody because she doesn't know who I am. So I go to the show. She's so excited. I go backstage. She said, Yvonne, remember Amy? It's Amy. And her sister's like, yeah, who cares? Okay, so she goes to do a show. And she says, "Oh, we have a lot of our friends here tonight. We have a lot of our friends. Nora Jones is here." And she sings a little bit of "Don't Know Why." Is that what it's called? Nora Jones song? Okay. And then she goes, "And we have our good friend, the writer Amy Linden." And I'm like, everybody turns to look at me. And after the show, and I'm like, and everybody turns to look at me. And after the show, my friend goes, "Well, Nora Jones just opened up for you."
Right. Okay. Exactly.
Anyway, it's a beautiful, beautiful record.
I'll check it out. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and go back and listen. Do you remember her gospel record she did with Lucky Peterson, Spirituals?
Oh, well, listen, she comes from gospel. She has a lot of gospel music.
No, this is no. This one is with a jazz pianist, or I believe pianist.
Do you remember her soundtrack album for A Piece of the Action? Because remember, on Let's Do It Again was the Staple Singers. That was the first time they made a secular album. And then for the next, because, you know, there was a Let's Do It Again and then A Piece of the Action, the next Bill Cosby movie. And she did the album. It's a solo album, Mavis Staples. She sings that whole soundtrack. And
no, really, I think she's also one of, like, so sexy. And you know, what's that? Come on, Shomon. That's what Michael Jackson lifted it from. Anyway, I love her. It's a great record. So there you go. De La Soul, Mavis Staples, and then just go into her catalog because she's never put out a bad record.
No, she hasn't.
And I love her. All right, take us out.
You know what it is, kids. First of all, happy holiday season. We're in the holidays. It's the holiday season.
Nah, we're done with one holiday. I don't believe in a holiday season. Whatever.
And but it is the season. Like, everybody knows I don't like Christmas, but I love Christmas lights. So my tree is up. I have lights in the window. It makes me happy. And you know what it is. Follow us every week on the Pantheon Media Network. Follow all of the shows. Go on Pantheon and dig around. There's such amazing shows, amazing content. Now there's everything there. There's us, who were the groundbreakers, who were the first ones that come with this sort of topical show. Well, we are, because it really was a full-on music network. And then here we come with just music, but talking about current events and things going on.
With shenanigans.
And now there's sports. There's people from Real World. There's a lot of really amazing and not
shows. the good people from Real World, not the asshole who's the secretary, the transportation secretary. Everybody needs to wear a suit and tie. You're flying in first class. Shut up.
You know what I mean? It's like now, but I will say.
I know people look crazy.
No shade.
No.
I was in the airport a couple of months ago. I was like, "What the fuck are you wearing? Like, why are you?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. only children who are on overnight flights should be allowed to wear their jammies.
Or you could put on a nice sweatsuit and tracksuit and come to the fucking airport. But some of y'all are looking like, well, you're being ridiculous.
Yeah, well, you know.
I do believe house clothes are for the house. Like, you can put on something and go to the airport.
Don't get me started on the house slippers in the street.
You know what I'm saying?
You know where you don't see that? When you go to Europe, you don't see people walking around in their pajamas and house slippers.
And the fact that people argue for wanting to look like that, I'm like,
why?
Okay, let's just that's a whole other topic.
I just want to say one thing. When I went to my friends for Thanksgiving, and I used to work with her, and they're super casual. I knew it wasn't going to be anything. I enjoyed the fact that I didn't wear sneakers. I mean, I was wearing Doc Martens. It wasn't like I was wearing heels, but I was like, you know what? I'm just going to wear like my little Doc Marten boots because I wear sneakers every damn day. So anyway, on that note,
follow us on our Facebook, I'ma Let You Finish. Follow us on our Instagram, I'ma Let You Finish NY. Follow us on TikTok, I'ma Let You Finish Podcast. And follow us if you see us walking down the street. Follow us if you see us walking down the street with money. We want the money, honey.
We do want money.
Toss us money like we're midnight ballerinas. All right, kids, we will see you in 2 weeks. Bye.
What's a midnight ballerina?
A stripper. Midnight ballerina, sweetie.
I like that.
Midnight ballerinas. All right, kids, we'll see you.
I was a midnight ballerina.
Honey, I'm your private dancer, a motherfucking dancer for money. Toodles, we'll see you next show. Bye.
Bye.
Hey everyone, Brian Slagle here, founder of Metal Blade Records. You know, I spent my whole entire life trying to make metal history and make metal better and promote metal as much as I can. And now there's a brand new way for you to test your metal knowledge and relive those iconic moments. It's called Metal Mondays, the official metal trivia game from Metal Blade and Pantheon Media, and it's free to play right now. Every Monday, a new game drops. From Slayer, Supremacy, to Death, Metal 101, 80s, Metal Blade Classics, and tons more. You'll battle it out on the leaderboards, win killer prizes, and even score some exclusive Metal Blade merch. So if you think you know your riffs, your legends, and your deep cuts, prove it. Download Hit Replay on the App Store or Google Play, or head to metalbladerecords.com/Metal Mondays and start playing today. Because in metal, there's no off days, only Metal Mondays. Metal Mondays. Play loud, play true, and play to win.